So I watched a couple of reviews for Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and these reviews are from people that I actually do trust. And the reason I say I do trust them, because they are not content creators that are out there in the sense of, content creators that have been established and doing this for a while. These are content creators that I actually know the beginning of when they first started making video game reviews. The reason is because they actually made content in the same content area that I made content as well. They were former Division content creators in the sense of that was their major area of coverage. So I watched their reviews with every single ounce of attention because I really take every single word that they mention. I take it with a lot of gravity because these are people that I've known their content and people that I'm used to in that sense. I call them homegrown video game reviewers. They're passionate about video games. They're passionate about the content that they make. And so everything that they do is very serious to me. They're upper echelon and skill up. And in watching their reviews, you could tell that there was actually something missing from Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And I didn't know what it was. And so in terms of upper echelon, whom I trust, I enjoy his content, love it or hate it. He's somebody that is very dear to we Division family. He said the game had no soul because there were all these different mixed and matched concepts that were tried, in a sense, jumbled together. In terms of skill up definitely called out the monetization practices and the anti-consumerism, that these companies are trying to throw out there in terms of this game. And on listening to both their reviews, I canceled my pre-order immediately. I take these guys seriously, and so when they say something, I have to give it consideration. Now, it does not influence my overall decision, but it did at least influence me going back and thinking, okay, how am I going to approach this game? Because definitely they never said don't buy this game or whatever. They just said if you're going into this game, ensure that you're going in at your own risk, or you're going in with your own knowledge of everything that you're probably bound to encounter. And that being said, I decided, well, there's one way to actually put this thing and kind of make a compromise. I'm interested in this game. Some members of the Gaming Daddy community are interested in the game. So being on PC, I got the Uplay Plus, which is only $15, a fraction of the cost of the full game for at least a month anyways, which is like a rental. And I downloaded the game and actually started the game. And instead of just starting the game like I did in the beta, I went straight to the extreme difficulty to play the game. Now, I've never really played the old Ghost Recon games. And I remember on some of my discussions on Ghost Recon, some of you had said, hey, the old Ghost Recons are actually better because of the immersion in an old Ghost style scenario. And I thought to myself, looking at a brand new Ghost Recon game where there are all these different hooplas, what is the one thing that I can do for myself to get something of a similar experience, if at all it actually exists in this game, in a Ghost Recon game? It's to go ahead and play it on extreme difficulty. And to my surprise, I had a good 30-40 minute playthrough from just making my way from the crash site to the bivouac. Now, why did I have such a good time? My senses were all alert. I don't really remember having played many video games without being handheld. Many of the video games these days have systems that alert us to all kinds of dangers around us. And I always, by default, just steer clear of anything that is a difficult, challenge in terms of video games. The last time I tried to play a very difficult mode was God of War, and its hardest difficulty, I can't remember the name it's called, and I got stuck in the pit where Atreus runs and dumps you guys in the pit and you have to fight all these revenant things, and I could not get out of there before my PS4 Pro, my old PS4 Pro, crashed and I lost that game file because of my stupidity. Now, in playing 30 minutes of Ghost Recon Breakpoint on the extreme difficulty, I felt something that I don't think I've felt in a long time in playing video games, which is just a heightened sense of immersion in trying to ensure that every single aspect around me was safe for me to proceed. Now, it wasn't difficult to kill the enemies. No, it wasn't like the enemies were more challenging. Yes, they're more aware. They actually, if you get in a few feet behind them, they actually get the sense that you're there, and they will be alert and they'll start to react and respond appropriately. But when you take them down, if you have the drop on them, you'll definitely feel that accomplishment that you've been able to destroy them versus them taking you out. And I just want to say, and I keep this video as short as I possibly can and ask, I wonder if the immersion that a lot of people are wanting is possible in going to the hardcore ghost mode in terms of how you play this game. Now, because of the way the difficulty scaling is from videos that I've watched, it might be senseless to actually progress through this game at that difficulty, but who knows? I guess I'm yet to find out, because now I'm committed as to this path that I'm taking, and maybe I can start a new game if I get to somewhere where I can't get past, or I can invite people into my party and we can actually enjoy and embrace the challenge together. But I must say, I actually felt a sense of immersion in playing this game this way. Perhaps that's the missing piece. And even though people have said the other Ghost Recon games, and even maybe this Ghost Recon game, by the time you go ghost mode or if you go to extreme mode, it's just a headshot simulation at this point. I guess my goal is to experience it for myself and see exactly what's happening. With a partial financial commitment and nothing much to lose, why not give it a shot? That's the question that I'm asking myself, and that's definitely the area I plan to look through and approach this game from. Anyways, that's all I have in terms of my first Ghost Recon Breakpoint video. If this gets crazy, you'll see me getting another play file, and I'll be starting the game all over on an easier difficulty. That's all I have for today. Thank you for your time and audience, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.